Labyrinth is all about using their different traps and monsters to control the game. First up, to Lady Labyrinth. Can special this from hand if you activated a normal trap or a Labyrinth card, and when a normal trap is activated, you can set a normal trap from deck with a different name. 1 Lovely Labyrinth. If another monster leaves the field by your normal trap, you can destroy an opponent's card on field or in hand. It can also set a normal trap from grave, but you have to control a fiend to activate it. 3 Arius, the Labyrinth Butler. Main effect is can send this to grave from field or hand and special a Labyrinth from hand or set a trap from hand, and it can be activated this turn. 1 Ariane sends a normal trap from hand or field to special a low level fiend from deck. 3 Ariana. If summoned, you can add a Labyrinth card from deck, and this and the previous one. If a monster leaves the field by normal trap, you can draw one, then special a fiend from hand or set a spell or trap. 3 Chandelier. This and Stovey Torby can send themselves from hand or field and discard one to set a Labyrinth spell or trap from deck, and this can add itself to hand from grave if something is removed by a normal trap. 3 Stovey Torby. If a monster leaves the field by normal trap, you can special this from grave. 1 Kuklock can be discarded to activate a normal trap that was set this turn and adds itself to hand if a card is sent from hand to grave to activate your Labyrinth card or normal trap. 1 Labyrinth Labyrinth. If you activate a Welcome Labyrinth, you can destroy a card, and if you activate a non-Labyrinth trap, you can special a fiend from hand or grave. 3 Pot of Extravagance. Banishes 3 or 6 from extra and draw one for each 3 you banished. 3 Welcome Labyrinth. Specials a Labyrinth from deck, and if a monster leaves the field by normal trap, you can set this from grave. 2 Big Welcome Labyrinth. Specials a Labyrinth from hand, deck, or grave, and then return a monster you control to hand, and can banish this from grave to return your fiend to hand, or if you control a level 8 fiend, you can return an opponent's card to hand. 3 Trap Trick. Banishes a normal trap from deck and sets one from deck with the same name. That one can be activated this turn, but you can only activate one more trap this turn. 3 Compulse. Returns a monster on field to hand. 2 Different Dimension Ground. Any monster sent to grave is banished instead for this turn. 2 Dimensional Barrier. Declare Ritual Fusion, Synchro Exceed, or Pendulum, and that type has its effects negated, and no one can special that type for the turn. 2 Dogmatica Punishment. Sends a monster with equal or higher attack from extra deck to destroy an opponent's monster. 2 Ice Dragon's Prison. Specials a monster from opponent's grave with effects negated, and then can banish a monster from each field with the same type. For the extra, 3 Entis. If sent to grave, you can destroy a card. 2 Cyberdark Endragon. Monster with high attack for punishment. 2 Baguska. Changes monsters to defense and negates effects of defense position monsters. 2 Underworld Goddess. Can negate something that specials from grave. 2 Moon of the Closed Heaven. Can use a monster that points to it for a link summon of a link 5. 2 Muckracker from the Underworld. Discards one to special a fiend from grave. And 2 Nightmare Unicorn. Discard one to shuffle a card on field into deck. And that's the deck at about $50 with access to strong traps. It can fairly often stop the opponent from playing.